One night, I was walking alone down a quiet road. I looked up at the sky, and it felt like the moon was teasing my loneliness. I got angry. I picked up a stone, and aimed it at the moon. Suddenly, out of nowhere, Sir Isaac Newton appeared in front of me. He clapped sarcastically and said,
"Really? Throwing a stone at the moon? Have you forgotten about gravity? I discovered that in 1687. The stone won't reach the moon, it'll fall back and hit your own head."
The moon was saved, thanks to Newton. But I'm not done yet. Now I'm planning to buy a gun and aim again. This time, let's see who saves the moon. After Newton stopped me from throwing a stone at the moon, I got serious. I went home, and quietly stole money from my dad's pocket. I ran straight to the gun shop. Because this time, I was going to shoot the moon. I bought the gun. Mission Moon was locked in. But life had other plans. My dad found the gun, and slapped me. Not because I bought it, but because I stole his money to do it. Then I told him everything: the moon, Newton, gravity, revenge. He didn't yell, he just carried me straight into a science class. There, the teacher calmly explained.
A bullet can't reach the moon. Gravity, atmosphere, velocity, physics, kid.
I nodded, defeated. But I also discovered something powerful. To reach the moon, I need a rocket. And the best rockets? Made by SpaceX. So now, I'm planning my next move: meet Elon Musk. After my dad slapped me for stealing money to buy a gun, I promised myself, I won't steal again. So this time, I went to my mom. I looked her in the eyes and said, I want to meet Elon Musk and buy a rocket to kick the moon.
Girl, we aren't rich. We can't afford a rocket.
I was heartbroken. I felt like a loser. So I grabbed my Tesla cycle and went for a ride to clear my mind. But on the street, I saw something crazy. A beggar, holding a suitcase full of money. I rushed to him. Bro, where did you get this? He looked up and smiled.
MrBeast gave it to me.
Who is MrBeast?
He's a YouTuber. He gives away millions.
I asked, where can I find him? He pointed toward the beach. And now I'm running. Because if MrBeast gives me money, I'm buying that rocket. And the moon is going down. Subscribe before moon gets kicked. After all the madness, throwing a stone at the moon, getting slapped by Newton, and failing to buy a gun, I finally found hope. I met MrBeast. Yes, the MrBeast. I told him everything, about the moon teasing me, Newton stopping me, and how I wanted revenge. He looked at me, confused, but then he smiled.
I totally get it. One time the sun melted my favorite ice cream. I've hated it ever since.
But before I could ask for money, he raised his hand and said,
No money, unless you complete 2 impossible challenges. First, get 100,000 subscribers on your YouTube channel. Second, survive 90 days alone on a deserted island.
I was shocked. I didn't expect this. But the thought of kicking the moon in its crater gave me courage. So I said, challenge accepted. Now, I'm heading to the island, alone. You can help by doing one simple thing: subscribe to my channel. It was my first night on the island, all alone. I had only one goal: to win MrBeast's challenge, buy a rocket, and finally shoot the moon. But then, I looked up. The moon was right there, shining, almost mocking me. It felt like it was laughing, whispering,
"You poor idiot, you'll never reach me."
My head was about to burst with rage. I grabbed a coconut. I was ready to throw it at the moon again. But then I remembered I was starving. So, I did what any future space warrior would do. I ate the coconut instead. I laid down to sleep. But then, in the darkness, I saw eyes, glowing eyes. I froze. MrBeast said I'd be alone on this island. So what the hell is that? Is it an animal? A ghost? Or did the moon send someone? Those glowing eyes kept coming closer, and no, I wasn't scared, just having a mini heart attack. Thanks to Elon Musk, it wasn't a monster, just a lost little puppy. Now I wasn't alone anymore. We played, we ran, we even shared coconuts. I finally started believing, maybe I could win MrBeast's challenge. I looked up at the sky and whispered, "Hey moon, the countdown begins." But then, the unthinkable happened. A shark came out of nowhere and chased my puppy. I was terrified, until I remembered. I had gone to the gym for 2 days before coming here. Confidence? 100%. Strategy? 0. Can I actually fight a shark? I ran toward the shark with full confidence. I wasn't scared, only my legs were shaking like a washing machine on turbo mode. With heroic energy, I bent down on my knees, joined my hands, and screamed, "Sorry, please don't eat my puppy." The shark stopped. Maybe because of my words. Maybe because of my killer smile. Either way, he listened. He said,
"I'll spare your puppy, if you give me a gift."
"A gift?" Bro, I had nothing. I was on a deserted island. But wait, thanks to Sir Isaac Newton. In part 1, when he was explaining gravity, I stole the apple from his pocket. And guess what? It was still in my pocket. I offered the apple to the shark. But he said,
"One apple is not enough."
My brain started buffering. Then I remembered. I had 2 toothpicks in my other pocket. I gave him the apple and 2 toothpicks. The shark happily took them and said,
"Thanks, now I can clean my teeth properly."
And he disappeared into the ocean. My puppy was safe. I was happy. Everything felt good again. But happiness in my life is temporary. Because the very next day,